Hey guys, a quick video to show you how to tune with our tuners. This is one of our tuners. You can turn it on by pressing this button until it lights up like this. You'll see that there's an upside down equilateral triangle and then like a half arc. It's like an arc underneath it. And then there's an indicator that moves. On the very bottom, you can see that there's a letter. When it's at U, it's for ukulele. If I click it again, it will go somewhere else like C. That's a chromatic tuner. You could use it if you knew how, but many of you wouldn't understand how to use it. The G's for guitar, which, although the ukulele is a small guitar-like instrument, wouldn't work. The B's for bass, that's a 4-stringed guitar, and the V's for violin. So you make sure you're always on U for ukulele. It's a headstock tuner. It's going to measure the vibration coming through this instrument, so it's important that you have it attached to the head. Make sure you know which strings you are on, because guess what? The tuner doesn't have a brain, and so it may tell you that something is in tune, but if you don't know and you don't use your brain to make sure it's okay, it won't work. All right, you could see when I was speaking, it registered my pitch as a G, the same as the low 4th string here. And so when it's in tune, it lights up and gets all green and happy. If it is sitting too much to this side, then it means that, I'm sorry, I have to look straight on or I'll tell you wrong. It's flat and you need to tighten the string in order to raise the pitch. If it's too far to the other side, the right side, then it is sharp and the string will need to be loosened. So you should go systematically one by one. So if I start with the number 4 string, that 4th string is up by my nose, and I pluck it, and it says that it's a G, but it is a little bit too what we would call flat. I'm gonna have to tighten it. Now what's weird about this as the way it's set up, there has to be equal pressure on the front part of the ukulele, so half of the strings get tuned in one way, tightened in one way, and the other half are tightened in the opposite way. So if this is the 4th string and I'm going all the way up, I find that it's this tuning peg. It says it needs to be, I'm trying to get it close enough so you can actually see it, I have to raise the pitch. In order to do that, I have to turn the knob away from me on the left-hand side. You see how it's kind of like freaking out? Sometimes it's green and sometimes it's not. When it's green like this, that means you're ready to go to the next one. The next one is E. The next one is C, and it's telling me it's a C, but it's just a little flat. I'm trying to find the optimal so that you can see the readout. So I'm going to tighten it a little bit until I can see that it's in tune. You may want to go back and check. There's G. Oh, I'm going to need to. It still thinks I'm trying to do C. So sometimes you just have to stop all the vibration and start over. Okay, and then here's C. Also in tune. Now the tuning mechs on the right-hand side are going to tighten by turning towards me. The 2nd string is the one that's furthest away. That's the E. Oh dear, this is not an E. It's saying right now that it's a C, the 3rd string, but I'm plucking the 2nd string, and I'm the one with a brain. So I'm going to have to tighten this a lot. I got to tighten this towards me. I'm never going to tighten it more than a 1/4 turn at a time. And I'm going to keep playing it. Well, finally now it says it's an E, but I'm going to keep playing it until it gets closer to being in tune. If you do a whole bunch of tension, you put a whole bunch of tension on the string at one time, you're going to pop the string. Popping strings are things that need to be replaced often, but if you do something stupid like pop a string, that's just ridiculous, and nobody wants to change all of those. Trust me, I have 5 on my couch at home, just waiting for me to string them. Okay? This is the number 1 string. The number 1 string's down by my knees. It's supposed to be an A. It says it's close to an A, but it's flat, so I'm going to need to turn this mech, the one that's attached to the 1st string, towards me. I have to keep playing it or I won't know when it's in tune. You need to get used to the sound. Okay, can you tune with the piano? Yes, you can. Should you leave this on the head of the ukulele while you play? No, because it will always try to register while it's on. If you leave it alone, it will turn off. It's better, though, for you to turn it off by pressing that center button all the way. All right, let me know if you have any problems or need any help. You're going to need to do this to pass the mastery check for this lesson, and it can be kind of tricky. You may want to do it your first time in front of me. In fact, that's what it says for you to do. To get your instrument, get a tuner, and then come see me before you do this any other time. Good luck.